Mike Lindell has a 4-step plan to get Trump back in the White House, and I'm sure you guys have been, taking notes, and you want to know how in the world he's going to do it. Oh, God, I am really stopping the. Normally, I will go all the way through a speech. You know me, but like this was just so friggin' tiresome. Russian dressing on corned beef is so gross. Yeah, it's called Reuben. Barf. All right. So, Steve Bannon has brought him on. By the way, I think they have 2 other advertisers on Bannon Show, but the main advertiser is Mike Lindell, and he's just pushing this 100%. And Bannon is all in on this faux Christianity part as well, which is, I think, necessary to get Lindell to buy in on the whole thing. But let's see. This is, and I know you're going to want to take notes. If you've got paper and pen around you, or crayons, or if you can't, actually get out of your straitjacket, maybe you can, drag your butt across carpet like a dog and write this out in the proper form.
Bring back in Mike Lindell. Mike, people's heads are already blown up about your mid-July, or excuse me, sometime in July throwdown where you're going to present all your information.
Yeah, we've been waiting for it. I mean, there was 2 weeks ago, or like 2 months ago, and then 2 weeks ago, and then this week, and then July, and then maybe August. Like every time he sets up a new deadline, everybody gets so excited.
It's like the mid-August inauguration. Now we're going to do it August 30th. Walk me through what else you.
Yeah, and by the way, that's Steve Bannon joking with him about he keeps punting the date. But Mike Lindell is too dumb to actually notice that he's been kind of called out.
You said he had other breaking news, too. What else?
Yeah, totally. Bring out the breaking news, and we'll sell pillows, and then you can finance the rest of my show.
What else are you working on?
Yeah, well,
this is massive. What else you got?
Yeah, it's massive, especially Steve Bannon, and his basically Epic Times. He's looking at the money the Epic Times makes and is just salivating.
Yeah, we're going to do another big Frank rally too to get awareness this at the beginning of July. But yeah, we've got a petition we're putting up after we do the symposium. After everyone in the world sees that all the evidence is real, it's over. We're going to do a petition because we're going to use everything we have to get.
Yeah, that'll do it. A petition
at the Supreme Court to look at it, everybody, because when they that's how you get stuff in front of the Supreme Court is a petition. It will be 9-0. Then we're going to do a mock election. We've got.
Well, I thought you thought the last one was a mock election. I'm just saying. Wasn't the last one a mock election? All right.
Got the stuff to do a mock election. We've got the machines. We're going to do a mock election. Show all, maybe a couple hundred people coming through and voting. Show them their votes as they go in. Show how the hackers hack it. Show them how they show them.
Yeah, something that could not possibly be faked.
How that they have these.
Something you couldn't possibly manipulate and turn into a clown show. At least this is like how legit.
What packet captures are. We're going to show them that. We're going to show them everything.
Yeah, people know what packet captures are. Still no proof that what you had was a packet capture. That's the problem.
Steve, it's going to be, by the time you're done, everyone in this country will go, this is incredible what computers and machines have done and the technology, what we've gotten. And now we have to come up with a safe, secure.
My question is why does the Archangel Michael have a lightsaber or a birthday candle? I can't tell the difference.
Here it comes. Way to have elections. Well, we have a team. I'll say we have a team. Like I say, I became the hub of a wheel.
Yeah, totally.
The group has been.
It's a good wheel too. It's not wobbling.
Working on a alternative for the machines, and you know what? I've looked.
What would that alternative be? Paper ballots?
At it. It is the best replacement, most secure in history. The whole world is.
Stone etchings?
Is going to love this because we have.
Wait, so you're going to create your own voting machines that are completely unhackable. Will they be using the same technology as flank.com?
To have, when we get through this, we know there's not going to be any more machines anymore. Okay. There can't.
No, the rise of machines is over. This is like the end of Terminator, and we're all going to be Sarah Connors in a Jeep riding with a dog out into the desert.
And so this is a great replacement. It's awesome. So we have a 4-step plan.
What is the what abacus? What are you using?
Plan to get us where we need to be.
Bring it. 4-step plan. I'm down. Let's do this.
By this fall.
Oh, I thought it was now. He was promising your 4-step plan. It says he's got a 4-step plan Where's the four step? What's the 4 steps?
Okay.
Just give me 1 step, please.
Okay, hang on.
Give me 2 steps. Give me 3 steps. No?
Go to the 4-step plan, but I just want to, so another massive rally like you had in Richmond, Wisconsin.
Yeah, massive.
Will be in the early part of July.
Yeah, it'll be exactly the same, saying the same shit, making the same argument, but like another one. So
sometime in July at some venue open to the nation and to the world.
Sure.
To come one, come all that are qualified. You're like Fresno State. You'll play them anywhere, anytime. It's put up or shut up.
That's right. Yeah. For you, Mike, he's calling you out. It's put up or shut up. The entire world's going to come there.
You're going to have your experts, and you're prepared to be totally humiliated on global TV because you're...
Because that's what you do for a living.
Inviting every expert in the world to come and take their best shot. Is that correct?
That with the right credentials, obviously they got to be cyber forensic experts, and there are
unlike the people you have now.
credentials for that. Yep.
Fine. Including
what's the credential? Who's handling the credentialing process? Is that Rand Paul? Is he doing it?
The Chinese
setting up a special organization.
Communist Party, including the DNC, including every news organization in the world.
Yeah, if they can get credentials, sure.
Including BBC, NHK, CCTV, all of it. Okay.
Including
now walk me through real quickly.
Including Dominion, Smartmatic, all the governors, all the attorney generals, secretary of states, everybody.
Yeah, they're all going to be there at this rally. I have no doubt.
Prime seats for Ducey of Arizona and Kemp. Since their political careers are over, they got pre-time on their hand. They should come and sit down in the front row with the CCP guys.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that totally happened.
Walk me through the 4-step. I know I got a petition. I got some other stuff, but just slowly walk us back through the 4-step program.
Yeah, look at your notes, Mike. They put them right off here. Steve agreed that you would come on and talk about the 4-step plan. And this is crucial. He's taking notes. He just made fun of you. He said you're going to get humiliated, and he's going to squeeze every dime out of you before it happens. So he knows leading up to this. He wants to know the date you're going to completely shit the bed so that he can squeeze as much pillow money out of you until that very day.
Okay, we're going to unpack. We're going to have the big rally in the beginning of July. Probably.
That's step 1, rally. Right.
Be in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Pennsylvania rally, step 1.
And then we're going to have the Cyber Forensics Election Symposium.
The Cyber Forensics Selection Symposium. Do not say that 5 times fast, especially if you speak CCP. But that's next. After the rally, step 2, Cyber Symposium.
Unpack the packet captions for everyone in the world. Then we're going to have a petition. This petition.
3rd step is the petition. That kind of is where the balloon starts to deflate.
Will be hundreds of millions I want on there.
Yeah, there'll be hundreds of millions of people signing this petition. It's going to kill
everyone in the country to sign it, whether you're a Democrat or...
Yeah, you want everybody to sign it. Sure you do. Why would you put a petition up if you didn't want everybody to sign it?
A Republican, because you're going to be afraid of what the CCP has invaded our country. And then we're going to have a mock election. We're going to show everybody...
Step 4, mock... Oh, God damn it. Oh...
Very down to the thing of how they...
Very down to the thing. The whole thing is going to come down to the thing.
What they did, how they did it.
All down to the thing.
Show them what a packet capture is. Then we're going to...
That's wait, you were showing them what the packet capture was back at the symposium.
Show them the
that no one's going to.
Alternative plan, because you have to have... Once the Supreme Court pulls this down 9-0... and
yeah, you got to have something. Yeah, so what you want to do is you want to have the Supreme Court 9-0 tear down the current administration with no one in its place and our entire election infrastructure totally decimated. And then you want to present your idea for a replacement. That's when you do it. Right? You don't present it before. You don't present it like, I have a better mousetrap. What you want to do is burn all the mousetraps and say, trust me. And then we're overrun with mice.
And our real president gets back in.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that'll happen.
Also have a plan ready to get rid of all the machines will be gone. We'll have a plan of what you can do to get.
Yeah, all the machines do not include Roku or Apple TV, by the way. Just those are ads for Real America Voice down here. he runs them all the time.
Rid of these machines, which, by the way, we paid for. We, the people, paid for. And it's a...
Right, so you're going to get rid of taxpayer dollars, just throw it out whole cloth. But keep reading.
Complete replacement system for these machines.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to just trust us, okay? He's got a complete replacement, guys. It's going to, I mean, what more do you need? Why do you even care? Just eliminate how we vote and the fact that we had like 95% paper trail this time around. It doesn't matter. All that's garbage. Everything we've worked to try and build, a better version of our election, that was all wrong. We were going down the wrong path. And sometimes you gotta like call it. Sometimes it's like string theory. I don't care how much math you've done. It's bullshit. We gotta back out. And paper ballots are not the way. That's not what we're talking about. We're not going back to paper ballots. That's ridiculous. That's just worse. That's a recipe for disaster. Then you have just, China ran, which is one country. I don't know if you know that. China ran. Printing ballots like crazy with your grandmother's handwriting. They have technology that can do that now. So there's no way. The only option available to us at this point is, of course, Mike Lindell's plan, which he can't reveal until we tear down everything and start from scratch.
Okay, I just want to go back through.
Go back through. So rally, symposium, where they show the packets, then petition, then new plan, mock election, where they show the packets again.
Symposium open to the world media live stream.
Yeah, it's going to be fabulous.
You're then going to have
now my live stream technically is open to the world. I'm just saying, for the record, it's open to the world. Now the whole world doesn't watch it because mainly it's about time issues. People got a lot of shit going on. I understand. I mean, my show's fantastic and it's really a joy to watch and we have a lot of fun. But it's open. You can watch it. Like and subscribe. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, especially. And by the way, if you're a troll, and I know there's a bunch in there, please remember to give us a thumbs down. Please remember to attack us as best you can. It's incredibly important that you do that, because that also boosts us in the algorithm. I'm just saying, and we'll keep up. But okay, sorry. I want to see if the steps are the same. Oh yes, I'm sorry. I have to remember my satire button. Yes, thank you for reminding me.
A petition for American citizens to sign to say, hey, you've got to this.
Yeah, that's what it says. I mean, it says it's a petition. And you fill in your name, then it goes, we got it. I honestly attest this is me.
Supreme Court's got to look at this immediately.
Yes, the Supreme Court's got to look at this immediately. And everybody's going to sign it, and it's going to be awesome.
Then you're going to have then you're also going to have an alternative. You have an alternative. Oh, you're going to have a mock election. You're going to show.
We're going to show them everything.
Mock election. Show them how they do it. Got it.
Yeah, it's going to be fabulous.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's almost like that software demo that you showed in the first movie that the people selling it, because they couldn't sell it to the government because they knew it was bullshit. They went and just decided to sell it to you, so they just inputted IP addresses on both sides and then played it out like a war game, and then gave you the packets on that, set for those dates and said, this is real, sure, whatever, and then gave it to you, and that you bought it.
And then the last one is,
which is why the guy didn't want to show his face, because he knows he was engaged in a criminal fraud, stealing your money.
You've got an alternative to the machines. No more machines. You've got an alternative. You can show the American people.
Yeah, no more machines. That's the end of it. Yeah.
Yep, it's complete.
We're going to use the same system the Amish use.
It's complete, everybody. The time is here.
Well, if the time is here, then what the fuck are you waiting for? Why are you waiting for stage 4? If the time is here, what is it? Seriously, what? I don't get this whole better mousetrap after you burned all the other mousetraps idea. I honestly. And what is this asshole smiling about?
Mike Lindell, I got to tell you.
You're a dumbass.
You're either mad as a hatter.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that.
Or you're a genius. By
the way, Steve Bannon knows it's the first.
Well, you're what I call the binary function. There's nothing in between. This is either going to be all right.
It's not.
Or it's dead wrong.
It's dead wrong. And look at the look on Steve Bannon's face. He knows Michael Lindell is driving his car off a cliff, and he just knows that he's the one selling him tires.
Right? It's nothing in between. And that's
yes, you're a fucking lunatic.
That's what I love about this. You're saying, I don't want to, take this and hide it in the night or, go into court and just argue the specifics. You're prepared to take all your evidence and put it out there for the world to take their best shot at you. I just want to make sure I understand this. You'll hold nothing.
Yeah, he's holding nothing back. He's got nothing. This is an emotional commitment by a broken human being. And by the way, I'm for it. For all this, like, they want to silence us, they want to shut us down, everybody on the left, everybody in the media, blah. At least for you, let's say you could say that about everybody out there. All the liberal talkers are attacking him. I want to see everything that Mike Lindell has to offer. I have gone through every one of his movies, these docu movies that he has. I've done a whole goddamn thing. I've done all of them, and I've done them all the way through, and they were boring and tedious and gross and foolish and nightmarishly awful and poorly produced garbage, and I did the whole thing. I didn't go, well, we're not going to listen to that. Just trust me. Here's what he said, and I'll tell you what he said. I show you the whole friggin' thing, and I am not for censoring this dickhead.
Nothing back.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Come on. We're all going to see it. You're all going to know now why I would never give up no matter what this was ever.
Because you're a sap, Mike. That's why you won't give up. Because you are emotionally invested in this thing turning out to be true, and if it turns out to be wrong, you eat so much shit that you can't whimper back into a corner, and you're a lunatic, and you share a lot of personality traits with Donald Trump, and you've convinced him. So therefore, you have to be all in, because you guys are just bouncing this bullshit back and forth off of each other. But let's be abundantly clear. Mike Lindell's big, four-step plan is another rally, just like the one with him and Trump, fumbling his mic with his arms crossed, blathering about the election, and Diamond and Silk and other people, and Sheriff Clark talking in Wisconsin. They're going to do another one in Pennsylvania that people are going to give even less of a shit about. He's going to follow that up with a symposium that nobody's going to go to. And then he's going to follow that up with a petition that the same 10 assholes are going to sign over and over again. And then he's going to have a mock election. And at that mock election, present some sort of format for a future election that will replace the one that we have. But he's not willing to tell you what that system is before all this, even though it's great, it works, and it will be better than everything ever before. And this is the same as Trump's his taxes or his healthcare plan. How is this any different? I've got a great way with the elections. What we're going to do, the election's going to replace everything. It's the greatest thing you've ever seen. We'll show it to you. It was mid-July. Well, mid-August. Well, end of August 30th. Well, holy shit.
Ever. I'm tired. We're tired of we've had to accelerate everything. And this is the best way to accelerate. Just say, hey, I got a royal flush in a poker game. Here.
Yeah, yes. If you have, just so you know, if you have a royal flush in a poker game, which if you've ever had a royal porker sandwich in Wisconsin, you're going to need a royal flush afterwards. Fucking hell.
Here it is, everybody.
Here it is, everybody. Royal flush.
Tell me what.
Tell me what happened. Great. Oh, royal flush. Ah, God, the royal porker. I can't have those. They give me the wind something terrible. Hold on. I think we need
beef jerky?
Oh, no, son, thank you very much. No, it gives me the wind something terrible.
Oh.
God. Sorry. I farted.
Why it's not the best in the world, the best evidence ever. This is the miracle, Steve. This is what God's done for our country when we get out there and be one nation under God again. This can be the biggest uniting of our country ever. Whether you're a Democrat or Republican or what you are, boom, against a common enemy.
Dude, you know what? I don't know what the fuck Mike Lindell's ultimate problem is in terms of what his big fear is and why he has why he thinks Trump is in line with some sort of miracle or God's plan, or that God's plan needs his help, and that God's plan might be to embarrass Donald Trump and remove him after one. If that was, yeah, we're going to let it happen to remind people how valuable a functioning democracy is. And the hangers-on who are the most allegedly devout Christians need to learn from this and follow the path that's laid out in front of them, not the path that they wish was there. Like any of this, like I vacillate between feeling sorry for this asshole because he seems he has a screw loose, and the Steve Bannons of the world are taking advantage of somebody who seems like mentally like damaged. But on the other hand, dude's such an asshole and is so comfortable propping up other assholes that, you know, that are absolutely mentally aware of what's going on and are very willing to trash the country and our democracy.
Enemy, the CCP, that used the Democratic Party to steal our election and invade our country. You just had it earlier on your show. This is an invasion.
Yep. Mike, I got to tell you, when people talk about the history of this country and people that left Europe and came over here, and they all had to be mad as hatters, right? Because this.
No, it's not the same thing. They did not have to be mad as hatters. That the threat that they were up against, where they were coming from, was so extraordinary that the only option they had was to risk their lives on a new world. I mean, unless you're talking about the Quakers.
This unknown wilderness, right? They left Europe, the highest civilization, to come over here with nothing, right? And you go through, if you ever travel across this country, you go to the deserts of Arizona, and you go up into Utah and Colorado, and understand, as tough as it was on the East Coast, those pioneers that went across there, the spirit that did that is what Mike Lindell epitomized.
No, what Mike Lindell epitomizes is the Midwest, where people who were these second generation or third generation kids of the people who made that initial trek decided to move westward, as other people braved into the West and decided, fuck it, I'm just going to stay here and build, Minneapolis. That wasn't the brave part. He's part of the slow expansion and the Midwestern give up.
Epitomizes. You got to be a little crazy, but
but he's not. He's a lot fucking crazy. And Steve Bannon is not crazy or stupid. He's just evil and gross. And he knows he's taking advantage of this dipshit. And this language that he's using, for the record, is him backing away from Mike Lindell and just going, well, you gotta, like treating him like a dog, essentially. Like, he's got spirit.
But you also have to not back down. Lindell, you are the armor-piercing shell. And in July, it's put
the armor-piercing shell. No, he's not. And secondly, he might be the armor-piercing shell aimed at the heart of a naked human being. I mean, that's the other thing, is that he might, Mike Lindell's damage might be simply that of a stray bullet. He's the armor-piercing shell that is fired in a suburb.
It's put up or shut up. You're putting it up, and you're...
And then he should be shutting up, and you should be helping him shut up because you know better. But because he pays you for ad space, you're like, fuck it. I know this guy's a sap. I know he's mentally not all there. And so I'm just going to milk the shit out of this dude until he's got nothing left. That's what's the evil that we're seeing here is not Mike Lindell's delusion. It's Steve Bannon's living off of it like a tick on a dog.
And you're daring the world to come in here and make you shut up.
No, he's not. He's just begging the world to give a shit. He's begging for significance.
Which I think is just incredible. That's why you're a beloved patriot in this country, sir.
He's not. He's mocked for being a lunatic.
Thank you very much.
I was blessed with a platform from God, and I give all the glory to God, and this will be, the miracle's going to unfold. That's why I believe we're in the greatest revival ever.
Yeah, but the miracle will involve you realizing that this is a giant act of hubris. God's path, when you encounter it, is yours and only yours. You do not get to dictate God's path for anyone else. If you believe in a higher power, if you believe in a deity that is more than some sort of middle management asshole who's only in charge of this planet and only does half a job all the time and has to be like snapped at or sang to get him to do what you want and make the world in your image, not in his or its, then you're the egomaniacal asshole. That's what sacrilege is. That's what taking the Lord's name in vain is. It's not saying God damn it or Jesus Christ. That's not taking the Lord's name in vain. That is saying this awful thing that is against everything that I know morally to be part of godliness. God wants this. And he wants me to make this happen. Using the Lord's name in vain is attributing godlike behavior to yourself for your own specific goals. This is just fucked up.
There's one last thing I want to say.
Can you buy like 5 more ads tomorrow? Because I need a new boat.
If you're out there and you got a family member that's got a drug problem, you got a drug problem, you got some problem that you can't kick. Mike Lindell, that's where you got to read his book. This guy was the depths of the depths. Gambling addiction, drugs, totally out of control, on the wrong side of the law. And look today,
He became an addict after he had My Pillow. I mean, I don't know what his using was like before then, if he was a teetotaler or just a partier. But his crack addiction came after he created My Pillow. He had a way out. He had a golden ladder to get out of addiction. He had a support structure and a driving impetus because he had an existing company with a lot of employees that helped him shake it, and his own religious beliefs. He's not like your average addict that once they give up drugs are still fucking broke.
On the world stage, putting forward with his own money and his own effort and daring people to come in and say, okay, this is wrong.
Begging people.
This is not right.
He's not daring anyone. He's insisting they are going to come because they must and need.
Mike, I think this is why so many people gravitate to your message, sir. So it's incredible.
They gravitate to his message because QAnon died.
And everybody can go to the Lindell. And everybody can go to the LindellRecoveryNetwork.org and help out a loved one. Get there. It's free, everybody. If you want to donate, you can donate to it, but it's free for any of the.
Yeah, and then there's lots of ads for My Pillow. And if you have a family of addicts who are using this free service, the perfect cause marketing is I've got this addiction service because of how I sell my book and how I sell the idea that I'm a redemption story. So there's a sad sack victimhood that goes with you buying My Pillows that you may not think of when you think of Serta.
Any of the addicts out there, anybody out there, I don't care how many.
No, Q didn't die. QAnon, the movement, died. Jim Watkins and Ron Watkins ran the Q account. They usurped it from 4chan, and then they moved it to 8chan, then 8kun. And I called this out before that HBO documentary was on the air. Like, for fuck's sake, it's super obvious. But they haven't posted in months because they're just not doing it anymore. Everything they said was a lie. There weren't tribunals. No one was arrested. Like Hillary Clinton wasn't killed at Guantanamo. There isn't a Biden clone running around. It's nonsense. It was always nonsense, but they were keeping people on the line, and it was keeping traffic on all their sites as they moved it around, and they financially benefited from the traffic. It's that simple.
How many forks you eat with? It's the best online help, I believe.
Molly, the no-tailed cat, she's got a half tail. She's doing wonderfully. She's adorable. She sheds a lot, though.
Ever. I've been there, I know, and I know what resonates with people that have addictions, that the wounds they have, that mass pain and fear of rejection and all these things. And everybody's looking for hope right now.
The kind of stuff that can cause you to overcompensate.
And so now's a great time, get out there. Don't just sit there. If you don't have addiction, now's the time to reach out to people because they're open to getting help.
Sir, God bless you. Thank you so much.